One of the funny things about being ADHD or ADD, ADHD, neurodivergent as they say nowadays, is that you have a tendency to hyper focus on things and get extremely distracted from what you're currently doing on this other, ooh, shiny look, it's a butterfly. For me in particular, that is fantasy sports, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, or hockey. Right now, fantasy hockey is definitely taking up a good chunk of my attention span and brain processing power. I have gotten into Dynasty in the last 3 years, which has made things very, very interesting. I am poor with projections, but I am good at recognizing young value. I am okay. Let me rephrase that. I am okay at recognizing good young value. Here is a guy. I have this guy. Can I move him? Can I find somebody that values my players more than I do? So that caused me to think about what I wanted to do. I Because I take so much time with it, there's so much processing that goes on. I thought I would explain some things that I do, which is actually why I decided on doing a podcast. I'd been toying with the idea for 4 or 5 years, and I had just never gotten around to it. I talked with my brother about it off and on. A coworker of mine said something at one point, and then there was a gentleman that I had known in college, and we go and take not sports bets, but just a friendly pick'em game with each other. We've probably been doing this. Lord, I met him 17 years ago. No, I've probably been doing this yearly for 16 years. Very long time. And it's the only time I really talk or communicate with him, to be honest. Sometimes we'll text back and forth during the football season, but a lot of times it'll just be like, hey, man, I've got the Cowboys versus the Giants. Who are you going to take? Okay, I've got the Giants. I don't trust the Giants -3, so I'll take the Cowboys +3 on that. And then we'll just do it. And it's just a friendly thing. I think there's about 20 of us in the group that he runs. One year I did win. One year I won the points. And that, because he does, he gives you like 6 picks and he's like, okay, rank these, in reverse order kind of thing. Okay. I want I want the Broncos to win. That's my sixth. I want put 6 points on that. I want the Cowboys to win. That's my fifth. And you go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in descending order of, you know, how confident you are with them. And it just like doing that. I was at one point he was talking about doing a podcast as well, and just never got around to it. And it really made me think: can I do this? I've tried to do a blog on the matter for the better part of I've I looked at it. I tried 4 times to do it. I did once right before my dad died, and I dropped it real quick there. I tried one other time in the intervening years. I tried once about 4 years ago, and then I tried again back in February. I got about 4 posts in, which was the most I had done since before my daughter was born, or rather, since before my dad had passed. And it never stayed because I could never consistently write information down. But I was also like pulling my hair out with stuff at work and with stuff at home that I just didn't want to put in the work and effort. And for me, it is easier to sit here and pontificate for 5 to 10 plus minutes instead of trying to sit there and write and be intelligible in the written language. That's hard for me. Writing there 10 times and remembering that THEIR is different than THERE. That's cool that I know what the difference is. It's a problem when my fingers don't know the difference. So it's easier for me to talk things out. But I thought I'd give the audio medium a try. And if people listen to it, awesome. If people don't listen to it, also awesome. It's something to do. It's something to let me articulate my feelings. One of the things I've done in the last year and a half, 2 years, is I've uh, I've live streamed my draft. I had a lot of fun actually doing live stream of the baseball draft last year, and I think I did live streaming of at least one of my football drafts, if not two of my football drafts. And you know what? That was fun. It is fun to sit there and be like, hey, I have this going on. My thought process is X, Y, Z. Oh, okay, so my plan got blown up. So that means plan B needs to be, A, B, C. Okay, that doesn't quite work. I can do A, C, D, F. Okay, good. And it flows. One of the things I wanted to be when I was younger was I wanted to this is like I wanted to be a commentator. I wanted to be a sports commentator. My mom, I'm like, hey mom, blah 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 blah, because I'm talking about my daughter and what she wants to be when she grows up, and I'm talking to her, and she's like, yeah, when you were in high school, you wanted to be a sports announcer, and I'm like, yeah, it sounds like something I wanted to do. I like sitting there and analyzing and explaining things, and if I can't, at least opinionating about them, and then someone smarter than me will come along with the right answer and be like, yeah, you know what, that's the right answer. So just this whole audio medium is something I'd like to explore further.